So, Leanne, how should we introduce our next guest? This is this young man has made some extraordinary videos that, as we said earlier, like with any great comedy, at its core is revealing a absolute categorical truth about the object of the humor.
Yes.
And that is what Jed has done. Jed, the man behind the YouTube channel Dr. Jedly, Drjedly. Jed, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me, Dr. Drew.
And I think I talked to you on Corolla podcast once too, right?
Yeah, we have.
And I said
that was pretty cool. Shout out.
And I said we should get him on our radio show because we started for some reason. Why did we start watching the videos? It was me, and I was just saying I was so sick of everything. You were complaining about West Hills. And
right.
We were complaining
about... because we were talking about the fire hydrant, the one with the DUI, and you're like, Canoga Park.
I started singing Canoga Park.
Right, exactly. And he's like, the videos. I'm like, we have one for West Hills. And then we watched it, and then we're like, oh, no, we should watch the one on Canoga Park. And then we're like, oh, what about the one on Van Nuys? And we just kind of went down the rabbit hole.
And the extraordinary thing, most of these are a couple years old at least, and things have certainly got so much better since you started shining a light on this, right?
I wish that was true. I mean,
version 2.0, 3.0, 5.0.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a big homeless issue, and obviously in a lot of these areas, and other problems going on. But I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, this I made these a few years ago, and it was just a matter of having fun with friends and kind of laughing about how ironic and funny it would be to make if Canoga Park was a tourism destination, and I mean, we grew up there, I grew up there, and it's just fun to make fun of ourselves. So. Just drove around Canoga Park with a camcorder and filmed a bunch of stuff on a drive or two, and then just slapped it together, sang a little song over it, and put it on YouTube. And it was kind of a hit, and inadvertently, kind of raised awareness and a lot of conversations about a lot of issues, social issues that you kind of see in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we talked about because when we watched the video, because like South Park, when you use humor that sort of make people uncomfortable, it's because we're laughing at things that you are mentioning that actually hit home because they're real, and that we're laughing because we're like, oh yeah, that's really happening. And it makes us uncomfortable because it's the reality of it, but you're doing it in sort of in a humor filled way. And it makes us uncomfortable because we're like, yeah, that's actually what's happening.
Yeah, and that's kind of my point is I like to handle stress personally just through humor, just like letting out jokes, just kind of making fun of myself. And it was a fun little project just, on the side. And I really appreciate the momentum it's picked up and, hopefully some awareness and issues getting pointed out and a fun way to kind of present the issues. And they are real.
Oh, absolutely. And I live out in the West Hills, and it was funny because the West Hills video, I forget the lyric, but it was something about, I forget.
If you don't like it, just change the name.
Or right. If you don't like Canoga Park, like just change the name West Hills. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just all of it is so funny.
Yeah, totally. Don't clean it up. Just give it a new name.
There you go. Don't clean it up. Just give it a new name. That's right. West Hills. Just cut it off. And, and West Hills becoming a hot mess, too. I don't know if you've been around there lately, but oh, boy.
Oh, sure.
Good God.
Yeah, I remember when it was Canoga Park before when I lived there. And they just kind of, like I sang, don't clean it up. Just give it a new name. And then everything's going to be all right.
Does your family still live in Canoga Park?
Yeah. We kind of born and raised there. Moved around a bit in the valley, lived near Van Nuys, and I thought that was a pretty good spot to kind of take the momentum of the Canoga Park tourism video to make a video there and kind of point out issues there as well. Made a few more, as you guys were kind of talking about. Some of them, of them are popular, some of them less popular.
Are there more coming?
They're all just a lot of fun. And it's sort of just something I do as a hobby on the side. So I wish I was churning them out faster, but I do keep folders of little clips that I take as I drive around. I've got one coming up for Chatsworth, North Hollywood,
oh great,
Palmdale, Sun Valley, there's
you're getting around.
I could list a few, and every little place has something we can kind of make jokes about, and but at the same time point out issues, and in a fun way try to make a difference, I guess.
It seems to be particularly the San Fernando Valley, though, right? That's the main focus of your scrutiny.
Well, maybe that's because where he's from,
But my question would be, it's appropriate. Now, what's going on in the valley? What do you think that is?
Well, you're right that it's where I'm from, so it's sort of what I'm used to. So I think I have a lot of inside ideas that kind of come from growing up here and watching it kind of go a little downhill with these issues that you guys have talked about on your show.
A little downhill.
Well, I'm trying to be polite about it. So what do I think's going on? I mean, that's obviously pretty complex. There's I do a lot of jogging through the LA River. Actually, that's another video I want to make soon, where it's just turned into this whole ironic getaway where people are just kind of living there and putting their stuff everywhere all over the place. And I don't know if you've been on the LA River lately, but they're decorating for the holidays now. They're pretty much moved in. You've got I should post some videos of this, but like they're literally decorating with like little scarecrows and Halloween decorations.
Oh, I think a holiday video both for the Halloween and Christmas. You know, the holidays in Los Angeles at the Riverside. It's fantastic. Yeah. That's your new video, man.
Yeah, well, good. Well, I take requests. In fact,
see, there you go. So overlaid with some kitschy lyrics, and you've got a hit on your hands.
Yeah, let me know any city you want to see, and I'm sure we could figure out something fun to make it into a jingle.
I just think the river is an interesting way to frame it. But, be careful, right? I mean, because this is not, we have needles, we have typhus, we have other infectious diseases that the rats are bringing
Absolutely.
to bear. I mean, if you're running there all the time, and measles could break out any minute, I mean, you really have to be careful.
Yeah, I try to stay on the other side. I try to avoid getting too close to dangers. But you're absolutely right. I mean, I'll run under the underpasses in the San Fernando Valley along the LA River, and you'll see needles lying there, and like discarded wallets and discarded things that were probably stolen, stripped through, and then left there.
Hey, somebody stole my wallet in a little homeless encampment, so look out for my wallet down there.
If somebody is claiming to be Dr. Drew Pinsky, don't believe him.
It was sort of more northwest LA. It was sort of Brentwood-ish, but who knows where that wallet ended up. I looked everywhere.
Well, I'll let you know. Maybe it's down there under one of Inventor Tampa.
It's probably more around the Santa Monica Pier, Dr. Drew. It's probably made its way that way.
No, I wasn't that far west. But anyway, but so your parents must have lived in Canoga Park for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And aren't they sort of mortified by what's happening to certain parts of the valley?
Yeah, I mean, we lived there. I was pretty much born in Glendale, and then they moved with me when I was a little baby, maybe 2 or 3, to Canoga Park. So, they're upset by it, and but at the end of the day, what can we do? I mean, it's just I don't know.
I don't know. Last I checked, this was supposed to be a citizen-run democracy. You could let your vote or let your voice be heard or run for office. I'd vote for Dr. Jedly in a second. And I think these should be your campaign videos.
There you go. Oh man.
Run for office.
I can't say I can't say I have the answers to any of this. But
clearly those in power presently do not either. So it's a time for some new blood. I mean, seriously. I'm sort of, my tongue is slightly embedded in my cheek, but I'm ready to pull it out and just say, go. We need new blood, new thoughts, new ideas. Somebody who can lead. Come on, Jed, let's do this. I mean, you've got the campaign video already set.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know what? You're opening my eyes here, Dr. Drew. Maybe
it's just a time where the something is ossified, something is wrong, something is desperately wrong, where the basic needs of civilization are breaking down, and the taxpayers and citizens are being completely overlooked for some reason. So they have to then step up. They either have to go be a part of the process, which means showing up at city council meetings and stuff like that, or run for office and be the mayor and make some difference. Clean it up. Let's go. Let's make quality of life good for everybody, and get those people mental health services that need it.
Right. I couldn't agree with you more. And, hopefully at least maybe these videos do a little bit of awareness to bring, because it starts with awareness, understanding that there is a problem, and then hashing out what the solutions are. So hopefully with what I've made so far, it's, a little bit of fun, very watchable, fun ways to present some serious issues. And bear in mind, Canoga Park tourism video, that was my first one. That was almost 10 years ago now. I think it was like 2010. And at that time, you'd have to kind of drive around a little bit, and then you'd see, there's the little small issue there, there's a little small issue there, and it's just exploded since then. Although some of the things, if you watch the video now, they have actually fixed. Like it used to be train tracks. Now there's a prettier orange line. The thing that I sang, the mayor's house, like that finally got torn down.
Nice.
And so there's a few little improvements. I can't obviously necessarily take credit for any of that, but I hope that the video itself, people have shared it. I mean, I appreciate you playing it and Adam Carolla playing it, and Tim Conway Jr. plays it on his show on KFI sometimes. And then it's so cool how you guys will play it as like a lead into an issue. And it's kind of, I hope that it is serving as sort of a funny intro to get people's attention and then talk about and segue to serious problems.
Right. Which is why Mayor Jed. Why Mayor
exactly.
Jed. And I don't know what you're
Councilman Jed. Assemblyman Jed.
I don't know what you're going to do with the strip clubs you took aim at. No. I you have to go after that. And then the porn industry is set up shop, certainly in Van Nuys, so good luck with that. But if you're a councilman, I suppose you'll have to do something with
that. Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. Well, we appreciate you spending a little time with us.
Thank you very much.
It's good fun, but the videos make an important point.
Cool. Well, I'm always happy to chat, and thanks for the shout out. And it's a pleasure to be on your show today, you two. Thank you.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
That is Jed, the man behind the YouTube channel, Dr. Jedly. And there are several hilarious videos there that we recommend highly. Just you don't even have to get into the social and political
funny.
Aspect. They're funny as hell.
Yeah. It's very South Parkish, where you just listen to the lyrics and you're watching the video, and it's funny and disturbing.
Just Jed singing is funny.
Reality
enjoy
way.
that.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.